Welcome my dudes and dudettes. Today we have another Commander's Chat. Today's topic will be gems. Gems are the key resource to any of the special premium features of Azure Lane. Me specifically, this topic is kind of not in my territory because I've spent money on this game and I do plan on spending more in the future, but this video primarily concerns those that are fully free to play players. Anyways, today we'll be discussing about gems and why gems will be is like one of the big concerns of the game as of right now in my eyes. If you are not a spending player, it's gonna be pretty hard to get by if you're like trying to be a collector in this game and you need gems. The reason why I say this is because if you guys haven't noticed, gems are very limited and very scarce in this game. Gems, you can primarily get them from just doing the missions from the quest, so like 3-starring, it's 1-1, 1-2, etc. You get gems that way. Now, after you exhaust all of those, your gem source becomes very limited. If you're not getting from mementos or the quest in general, then there's not much else you can do. Literally, there's not much else you can do. You can pray that the servers screw up or they did something and they got to compensate, but that's very rare and that doesn't happen often. But the best way, best way to get gems as of right now is from RNG. Yep, RNG. It's pretty bad, and it's like a not reliable way to get gems. It's pretty bad though. But the reason why I'm bringing up this topic is because if you're a collector and you're a free-to-play player, you're gonna have pretty much no space. By the time you start collecting into like the 70 percentile, you're gonna have no space. The only way you can get around that is by buying no ring packs, buying no skins, purely only dock space expansions. Now that's gonna become pretty exhausting, because once you cap out your dorms and your second floor, if you want the second floor, you don't have much left over. You probably have like 300 dock space at best, and 300 is kind of tight right now. For me personally, I'm like hovering 340ish, 350ish. It's getting kind of cramped in there. So if they keep adding more shifts, you're gonna be limited on dock space. It's gonna get bad without spending money. Now, also, I don't like how for obtaining gems primarily in this game is from urgent commissions. One, they're very rare, and two, if you do get them, it's not reliable that you're gonna get them from those commissions. So it's like 2 layers of RNG right there just to try to get gems. I don't think that's reliable. I think that's pretty bad. Because some people are gonna get them and some people won't get them. And if you're a free to play player, you want as much gems as possible for those dock spaces. Now, how can you get around this? There's a lot of ways to get around this. Me personally, I think the best way to get around this is either add a monthly login to gems. So like so it's like every 30 days of a month, 10, 20, 30. So on 10th day, give them like, I don't know, 20, 30 gems. 20th day, 20, 30 gems again. And then 30, give them their 20, 30 gems again. So by the time they finish a month or so, it's like 60 to 90 gems. Specifically, I want it to be 100 a month. I think 100 a month is fair because players are allowed to get a dock space expansion every 2 months, which is 6 times a year. I think that's fair. 60 dock space a year, I think that's fine. Once the players have exhausted their gem sources, it's a good way to get some extra dock space expansions. This isn't enough to buy a skin, and this isn't enough to buy ring packs, so I think that's fine. Dock space though, we never can have enough dock space, and this game, my opinion, makes a lot of money from dock space and skins. So you won't be giving them like everything for free. They'll have to work for it, and they probably won't even get much to begin with. It's just enough to give them enough to get by, so they don't be like, oh no, I have no dock space, etc. You know. But if the argument is you don't have to get all the ships, you don't have to be a collector, and I guess that's a fair argument, because if you're a collector, you're gonna have to spend money. You're gonna have to get a dock space. If you want those ships, you want that many ships, you're gonna have to pay the price. It's just how it works. I think that's a fair argument, but again, just give them enough to get by. That's the best way I can put it. And another solution could be adding gems into weekly missions. I think weekly mission is also a good thing. So like it gets players to play a little bit more. So you guys know that one mission where it's like finish 10 weekly missions or something. Throw in like 50, not even 50, because it's like 4 weeks in a month. 25 gems. 25 gems, just throw them in there for the weekly missions. 25, 4 times a week, 100 a month. 100 a month gems is fair in my opinion. And RNG fighting for commissions, I'm not a fan of that, honestly. Like, I think I think that thing should be removed from the game, honestly. That's just my opinion. I just think it's unfair because they're very unreliable. I play this game a lot, and I think only one time an 8-hour one has went through for me, and I got like 57 gems or something. I think the 4-hour one went by once or twice, and I had the 2-hour one go through like probably less than 15 times, probably roughly around there. Other players, they probably had it like 5 times go through, maybe 50 times for some players. I just think it's a very unreliable way to get gems, and I'm not a big fan of it. I think the double layer of RNG is really, really bad. If anything, make it like 1 layer of RNG. Just make it like super rare. So when it does pop up, hey, we get gems now. Or like make it like not as rare, or like throw them into dailies or something. Because the way you get gems from urgent commission is just so dumb. Like, I'm more happy about the oil compared to the gems, because the gems are so unreliable. When you get them, you start spazzing out like crazy. You get like 57 gems from an 8-hour one. Okay, well, some other player out there, he went through like 10 of them, has never seen gems once. I think it's pretty unfair for that, in my opinion. And I think that should be reworked on as well, because like too much RNG is pretty bad for a game. Just look at all the games out there that has like multiple layers of RNG. It doesn't get fun. Trust me, I've played a lot of games like that. It's not fun. Anyway, those are my suggestions for the game, for gems. A very small topic for this one, because there isn't much else to discuss about. Ways to get them, why people need them, solutions for them, simple as that. So those are just my takes on gems as of right now. Again, feel free to give your ideas or your complaints or whatever you want to talk about for gems in general. Leave them in the comments. I'll read them. Other people read them. We'll give some positive feedback to one another. I think it's a great topic that I want to discuss on. It's one thing I wanted to bring up as well months ago, but never got around to it. So do that. I'll see you guys in the next video. Short one, guys. Deuces. I'm out of here. I'm losing my voice because I had to stream earlier. Y'all know the drill.